I just want to get your overall impressions of the debut for Marcus to fans and us. He stays both in the pocket, doesn't really get happy feet out there. I mean, as a coach, are you pretty content with what you saw out there? Not content to where that's it, but a pretty nice start.
Yeah, it was a good start, and it's still only a quarter and a half, and so that's what's funny about the phenomenon that he's been is the spring game and then a quarter and a half have been pretty good, but that's how he's practiced, and that's been what's so encouraging about him. Is just his temperament and how he's gone about his business, and good or bad, he kind of just goes okay, and moves on to the next play. But he knows the things that he can improve upon, and we certainly expect him to keep doing well.
Yeah, you mentioned the quarter and a half. I mean, this is kind of the byproduct of you guys to start going 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. I mean. You certainly are confident that in a fourth quarter situation you're going to see the same kind of deal.
Hope so. If we can extrapolate that out, that'd be pretty good. We'd be Oklahoma State, but yeah, we couldn't do that. 84 points. That's
right.
That's impressive.
When you let off the gas, right? How about just all the receivers? I mean, a lot of young guys too that got to see time with Brian as well. Seems like a lot of weapons with these guys, and I know they help kind of great camp working out, but you go pretty deep in a lot of spots out there wide out.
Yeah, I thought those guys played well. There are obviously a couple drops, and the ricochet for a pick were obviously things that we can fix. But I thought those guys were physical outside in terms of perimeter blocking. Did a great job. Had a couple runs after the catch that were good, and for the most part just played clean. We had the one penalty, which was definitely a penalty on the perimeter guys. Definitely want to clean that up and play cleanly out there. But for the most part, moved in the right direction.
Yeah. You guys as coaches just kind of in awe of D'Anthony as much as the fans and as we are. And Chip says, yeah, we coach him, but you kind of line him up. And
we demonstrate all that. That's all. Yeah, that's why we're all limping around. No, I mean, unbelievable. The one reversal of field when there was an unblocked guy at the point of attack and then an unblocked guy on the backside. It was just, wow. Well, you don't coach that. You just watch and glad he's on your team.
Enjoy it, yeah. Say, when you're watching the film of that, is there anything where you even break down on that play? You just say, hey guys, just watch this play.
Right. Well, yes and no. You're obviously trying to get it blocked correctly and cleaned up and all that stuff, and then at the same time, we're joking about that all the time. Of get most of them blocked, and something will work out.
As far as Marcus goes, it might be nitpicking, but was there anything in particular that you thought maybe you could improve upon? A decision here, a decision there.
There were a couple things, just in protection that a couple times we did it correctly, and a couple times we didn't, and that's very fixable. And the great thing about him is he before the play's over, he already knows it. And when you talk to him during the game and after the game, it's, hey, I missed that, that's on me, and goes down, talks to the offensive line, and takes the blame for it. And so yeah, we didn't get a ton of plays in there, but certainly a pretty good test set.
Sounds like he's been good, obviously, all fall camp, but is there any part of Saturday that even surprised you a little bit about Marcus's play?
I don't think it's surprised us. I think that's just how he's practiced, and he's a very cool customer. He's took some hits, and I wanted to see how he got it from that, and he got it from that. He got kind of jarred on a couple of those options and hit a couple times after the throw and popped up. So that's important.
It seemed like you did a good job of avoiding some big hits too in situations when you tuck the ball around instead of trying to. I guess a redshirt freshman sometimes be a little amped up there in that situation and take a hit that he doesn't need to.
Yeah, and that's something that you just need to take the smart contact. If it's 4th and 6 and you've got to get 7, it's probably time to lower your shoulder. But if it's the difference between 2nd and 2 and 2nd and 1, then be smart. And Dennis Dixon was a great guy. That's an example of a guy that got a lot of yards but was smart about it. And we're going to try to continue to do that. Yeah.
Mark, a lot of young receivers played the game. Thoughts on their play generally?
I thought in general they played well. They were very physical. They did an awesome job perimeter blocking, which is something Coach Frost and those guys take a lot of pride in, and they were outstanding. Josh Huff and Darrell Hawkins in particular had 2 guys pancake. One guy was out of bounds, and we watched that in our offensive meeting this morning as a group. To just that's a tone setter. That makes a difference. And anytime we can get our tailbacks on the unblocked guy, whether it's the backside corner, the backside safety, whoever that is, it's got a chance to go all the way. So that's those guys take a lot of pride in that, and did a good job for the most part in the passing game. Had a couple drops, had a couple things that we can clean up, but overall, moving in the right direction as a group for sure.
How about the freshmen as blockers? They mentioned that it's the biggest adjustment they've maybe had to make to this thing.
Yeah. Hit and miss. There were some good things and some bad things, and that was the great thing about getting that many plays with a bunch of guys that maybe you don't expect to play that many snaps. Is there's a lot of stuff to clean up, a lot of tape to film, to critique and learn from, and we had a great meeting this morning of those guys of, hey, here's the good stuff, here's the stuff we can improve upon, and on to the Bulldogs.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.